Good morning on the west coast of the U.S. Good afternoon if you're here on the east coast where I am today in the Boston area. Good evening if you're out in the U.K. and if it's Australia, New Zealand, it's super early morning for you guys. So anyway, I want to welcome you to the weekly United Networks International Leadership Call. It is a global call. We have people from all over the world here. First of all, some company updates. It is the 5th of May. And this is a big day around the world, and this is a big month in the Zinzino world. This is the first week of our ECBX month, Enrollment Credit Extra. That means those that are qualified for the entire month, anybody in your entire team, in your entire downline that comes into the business and buys a basic partner kit, an advanced partner kit, or buys an ultimate partner kit, you can get triple the credits, 200% from the base level. So for an example, an ultimate pack normally would be 150 credits, which is the commissionable value that we get paid on and we get promoted on. If you're ECB qualified, you get double, 300. But in the few times a year that we have ECB extra, you get triple the volume. So that becomes worth 450 credits. So this is really a motivator for so many people to drive recruitment, get people started, move people along in the business. Also, when you sign Premier customers, that is a subscription customer, you again also get the advantage of the ECB enrollment credit bonus extra. So it's enrolling Premier customers, enrolling partners, and this is why our business explodes in these ECBX months because it drives recruiting. It's healthy for the company, and this really can help grow your check and help you earn rank advancement bonuses, your executive Z-phone bonus, which is normally 200 euro, equivalent in your currency, and also to earn the diamond rank, which comes with €1,000 monthly bonus that you can have from that. Now, so this is the last month we're going to see this for several months. You won't see this until the fall in our hemisphere, the fall. So we got to take advantage of it. This is the month that you should be having a written goal to reach the highest level you've ever reached, or push it at least one rank forward. And that would be a huge accomplishment for everybody, is to keep ranking up. How do you do it? You help others rank up in your team. You look and see who in your team hasn't made executive yet. Executive's 3,000 balance credits. Making executive also qualifies you for what's called the Z phone, basically a €200 bonus. And we have a promotion running that if you rank up to one higher level, or at least get to executive level, that bonus will be doubled for the next till December 2026, as long as you reach executive and produce 3 enrollment points every month. Any month you do that, they'll double the pay. So again, this is a campaign that's running called an executive campaign, and that's a great position. I'm always trying to promote people to executives, like Dr. Hal Newball made executive the last 2 months. It was really great. So he's had that double bonus the last 2 months, and he's eligible to keep getting it every month going forward for many, many months. Right now, I want to do some basic training, and then I'm going to bring on a special guest, Dr. Michael Lewis, who is one of our new diamonds. But because of his incredible background and his notoriety in medicine, in research, and omega-3, I asked him if he would just spend a few minutes and let me talk with him before the call's over. So let me just do some basic things for everyone. When I got started in network marketing, I learned that, and this is 35 years in running, I learned that there was some basic things that never change. And the business building process, no matter what business you're in network marketing, is always centered on 3 important things. You got to have customers or you don't make money. Our customer titles are critical. Q Team, you never want to end a month without Q Team because it guarantees all your downline banking. Any volume you're not paid on up to this week gets banked to get paid the next week. So never fall below Q Team. That's 4 personal customer points with at least 20 credits. So you got to meet the credits is the commissionable sales value of those products, and you got to have at least 4 personal customer points in your store. That's 4 products purchased. Preferably, you never want to end a month without having 10 and being X Team, Roman numeral 10. X Team, and the reason for that, and by the way, 50 credits has to be the value, and the reason for that is the enrollment credit bonus, ECB, stays doubled. So in other words, no matter if you're ECBX qualified or not, and you can get qualified, you can look in your back office how to do that. Even if you missed qualifying last month, you can still qualify now. But ECB, you want to also always be, in the coming months, you've got to be qualified for that. So X Team allows you to earn double the money on all the purchases in your entire downline of new people starting a business, opening up their online store, and buying that first partner kit, the basic, the advantage, or the ultimate. See how the company puts incentives in personal customer acquisition to be able to drive the customer to business partner ratio and get everybody doing a little bit. And if we all duplicate doing a little bit, we can create a huge organization. So that's why we also share the opportunity. We want to build a distribution network of online stores similar to franchising. See, in a franchise situation, you sign a license, you pay a fee, you get paid the biggest percentage for selling products. Like a McDonald's, you'll make the biggest percentage because it's your customer. But if you sell franchises, you can earn a percentage override on that franchise. See, at McDonald's, the individual owner can't sell a franchise. Here, we can put other people in business, teach them how to get customers, teach them how to share the opportunity. And by duplicating that, you're building, in effect, a distribution network, which is really what a franchise system is. It's duplication of a lot of stores. Would you rather be owning one McDonald's and getting paid just on your burgers you sell, or would you rather be McDonald's Corporation and earning a smaller percent of 34,000 stores around the world? The difference is between a million and billions. So obviously, setting people up in business is part of what we do in network marketing. To do this, both things take events. See, you need to initiate the activity of your business. And promoting events is so important. We do online events, we do in-person events. But here's the basics of MLM. I've been teaching the same thing for years and years and years. In Zinzino, the only part of the comp plan you have to master is the fast start in the Zinzino for free. The other pieces become relevant as you start moving into the higher ranks in the business. So I teach people, we're going to get you through the fast start in the first 60 days. So we're going to start by making a contact list. You all have every name you need in your phone. And now what we're going to do is get the names off the list. We're going to share with them a story. The story could be told in videos or in phone calls and third party, but we are going to be promoting people to learn about the Zinzino products and the Zinzino opportunity. So we are going to duplicate and try to get everyone to not Q Team, but X Team in 30 days. That's 10 personal customer points in their first 30 days. In fact, that's step 1 and step 4 of the fast start. We want to do those 2 in the first 30 days, not within 120. The other thing is the fast start is designed to get you to silver in 120 days. We want to do this in 60 days. Getting to the silver level is sponsoring 2 partners, preferably with the UPK Ultimate Partner Kit. Help those 2 to sponsor 2, completing the fast start in 60 days and making 2,500 euros or over 2,800 US dollars. So how do we do this? Every name you need to get to Q Team, X Team, and A Team with 25 personal customer points is already in your phone. There's health-orientated people here. There's people that take vitamins. There's people that even take omega-3 that have no idea if what they're taking works. Your job, my job, is to get those names exposed to Zinzino. That's why we talk about the most important number video. If I called Linda, my dear friend Linda Pelt, and said, Linda, do you take supplementation? She says, yeah, I do. I've been taking this stuff for years. I said, great. What do you take? Why do you take it? What are you doing, Artie? I have an online store. I'm promoting a blood test. See, I'm not promoting an oil or vitamins. No, I'm promoting a blood screening. I'm promoting education. In fact, we're promoting the most important number you don't know about your health is what this dry blood spot test does. So Linda says, what is that? Let me send you a video. And then I'm sending the most important number video to as many people as I possibly can. 1 a day. 3 a day. How fast do you want to get to 25 customers in A-team? It's about education. But you got to take that list and you got to put it on paper. And you got to then strategically within your part-time life, because I know this is part-time for most people, how many names are you getting off the list? Keep a list. What did I send them? When did I talk to them? Did I follow up? For example, there was an interview with Dr. Jackie Fleury, who's got about 150 customers up in Canada. I shared it around. Thank you, John Cindy, for doing a little edit for us. But, you know, Michael Varbeck, Stuart have this incredible professional call, and Dr. Jackie Fleury's interview blew me away. I just loved it. And it was for medical professionals, but every single customer we have should be seeing that because it reaffirms they're doing the right things. One of the things I learned from Dr. Jackie is she said, you know, sometimes people have taken the first test and then didn't get in balance after 4 months. They did better, but they weren't in balance. And she found out that they hadn't consistently taken the oil. We're all probably guilty of it. She said this, and I loved it. She said, well, if it was a prescribed drug, would you be taking it consistently and on time? Absolutely. The doctor prescribed it. She said, why wouldn't you take this the same way? In fact, it may be even more important, could keep you off of those prescription drugs. So again, I thought that was important. I tell people, put the product right on in your refrigerator after you open it, right at the eye level so you don't forget when you look in there every day. Okay. So again, making a list is the first step, but then some people on those lists are more entrepreneurial, maybe have direct selling experience, small business ownership, they're go-getters, they're money motivated. You know that they need an opportunity or looking for an opportunity. You know, some might be younger and they're not concerned with health. And those people, I approach them about the business first. I say, listen, I've identified a publicly traded company. Their stock is exploding. They've tapped into something amazing. I decided to get an online store for myself. And I'd like your opinion about this. Are you open? Do you keep your mind open to making other ways of making money? Why? What are you doing, Artie? Well, I found something that's going to be enormous. This company is trending to become a multi-billion-dollar company. What are you doing, Artie? Well, I'm promoting a blood screening. I represent a life science company out of Scandinavia. They say, Artie, I thought you were a musician into telecom and energy. I said, look, I knew nothing about the science, but I couldn't ignore the company. Let me send you some information. Let me invite you to a presentation. So sometimes I lead with the opportunity. Sometimes I lead with the products, depending on who's on the list. Then we get them in front of a Zoom. Now, John McDougall's on here, and the UK team is the most consistent, the most active. My French team, too, and my Italians, they do Zooms on a regular schedule every week. You can put people in front of a professional that can present the opportunity for you. The other way is Larry Raskin's trained on, is you book a private business Zoom. So if I'm starting Linda Pelton today, I'm going to say, Linda, how am I going to get you the fast start? Can you pull 100 names out of your phone and put them on paper? Let's narrow it down to the 20 easiest, 20 best people. I don't care if they get in the business. I don't care if they become a customer. We have only one job: get the names off the list and work that list. The health conscious people are going to love what we offer. Maybe some of them are going to want to be health entrepreneurs. The business people are going to love the model of this business and the potential growth that we have in front of us. So We got to get them in front of a presentation. So Linda, I'm going to book a private business Zoom. I'm going to come on. I'll do my best job going through the business with them, create curiosity. Can you get 5 people confirmed? You may need to confirm 10 to get 5. But if we get 5 people on 3 days from Linda now, I'm sure you can do it. And you've done it. Guess what we're going to do the next week? Again. The next week, again, if I can do 3 or 4 of these for you, we'll get you your 2 partners. We'll get you your 10 customers. In fact, we'll probably get you a lot more than that. So then 2 people in your team, Frenner and Mark, come on involved. We're going to do one for them, for each of them. So these PBZs, Larry's been doing 3, 4, and 5 a day for his team, all different hours of the day. How he rank advanced 3 times epically from Crown to Royal Crown, Black Crown, all the way to Ambassador in one 30-day month. That was incredible. So this is what we're looking at. Plus, they had the fuel of the CBX month driving it. So what if someone's not interested in the business? That's when we make them a customer. Okay? Now, events and promoting events is the most critical piece of sharing a product, sharing an opportunity, promoting events. I think most people don't succeed because there's a UK Zoom. They want to promote for it. They make 1 or 2 calls. One person says yes, and they stop making phone calls. People just don't make enough of an effort to get into their list. I know you're part-time. You got to manage your hours. But see, here's a system of duplication. It's just about doing the same thing for years and years. I have a list. I'm always updating my list. I'm always taking notes about every phone call, every person. I'm transferring to the next day the follow-ups, and I'm organized to continuously go through and keep working my own list. And then when I sponsor somebody, my gosh, that opens up another 100 names, potentially more, that I got to work with my team because I want my team to get through the fast start. So this is our game here, guys. This is the entire strategy of a network marketing building process. Make a list, invite, present. Not interested in the business, make them a customer. Or we present the idea of being a customer. They like that. We're going to say, hey, have you ever thought about having a side business? Maybe you'd want to become a health entrepreneur and get your own shop. Again, how you feel comfortable talking to people, what's important. But I like to create curiosity. When people say, well, what are you doing? What are you going to tell them? I tell them I represent a life science company. It's a publicly traded company. It's growing toward a multi-billion-dollar brand globally. It's addressing one of the most important issues in the world today, and that is all of our health. And we got a big problem worldwide, and we're solving it. What are you doing? How are you doing it? Well, I'm promoting a blood test, a blood screening that reveals the most important number you don't know about your health. Well, what's the most important number? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist, but let me send you the information. So when you do this, yes, we do a weekly call for all the organizations, and many of you have your own systems, your own trainings, your own calls. I respect that. I love to see leadership break out and do their thing. If you're doing things better than us, please share. Let's raise the value of the stock for everybody. And if you're not doing as well, maybe what we can share will help you. I love what Stephen and Natalie are doing every week. This call is gaining more and more and more people. People are calling in from all over the world because it's live on Thursdays in Australia and New Zealand. They can get on now, and so they've learned about this. But here it's 8:30 in the evening on the East Coast, 5:30 Pacific. This is where I would send anybody that's kind of more product driven. They're looking more at being a customer than an opportunity call. We have Zooms going on all over the world. We have a spreadsheet we need to update on that's going on. The tools in the YouTube channel are increasing. I got some new interviews scheduled that can help. But the Wise and Zeno and the most important number are the 2 really important videos I'm sharing. The Fox News story I'm sharing constantly with it. Every day I'm sharing the Fox 30-second news clip and the link to the article about the White House white paper. Those are the tools that I'm sharing on a regular basis. And I just wanted to do some basic training as we're, now into a new month. And for a lot of you who've been around, it's a refresher. but it's also a path for you to teach and train. You got to teach and train and go from amateur to professional on the skills of how do I share the product? How do I talk to somebody about being a customer? How do I share the opportunity? How do I talk to somebody who might be interested? Go to my YouTube channel or the Zinzino app, GoCore. I did a training on overcoming objections, because we hear all kinds of questions come up that are common. And I also cover in that training how to get someone to give you a decision. So this is things that I just want to refresh you on as we're hitting the new month. Raise the bar, set a new goal. If you're not qualified for ECBX, you still can do it. Go in your back office. You can see how you need to collect what's called action points, meaning you're actively getting customers, you're actively sponsoring and selling, the wholesale packs of Basic, Advantage, and Ultimate, but you can still get qualified. The sooner you do in the beginning of the month, the better it turns out for you for the end of the month. So I'm leaving here in a few hours. I'll be heading to Denmark. I got a couple of days of meetings up there, and then I'm going to be back on Friday in Malaga. I'll be back with you next Monday on your time zones in the European market, so I'll be there. And then I'm heading into London. We got a big event coming up. I believe it's on the 16th or 17th. In fact, John McDougall, can you unmute yourself, sir? What do you got going in the UK this month and this week, so everybody can tie into your events?
Yeah, absolutely. It is the 17th of May, Ari, for that regional event, which obviously you'll be there together with Stacey, I'm sure, and also we'll have Dave and Sean Ives and also Steve Morley as our guest speakers. So we're really expecting that will be a really exciting event, guys. So we want to plug people into that. We have our regular Tuesday presentations at 7 p.m. out of Typhoon will be the guest speaker tomorrow night. Also Saturday at 11 a.m. as well. And also for those people with contacts in the Scandinavian market, but also it's valid really for the rest of Europe, because we do the money in euros now at 7 p.m. on Thursdays, also on the same ID. We're running regular presentations then as well. Also, to let you know that Dave and Sean Ives are also doing a big push for the ECBX month. And they are doing presentations that they've kindly shared with us as well. In fact, they also basically using our set of slides, so they like them so much. So they're doing customer presentations on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. and also business presentations on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Also Wednesdays and Fridays at 1 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 a.m. So that's obviously on their ID. I did put that out in the groups, so just dig back and you should find all the information there as well. And they're very kindly said that's available to all teams in the United Kingdom as well. So a lot for people to choose from, Marty. Just need to make use of it.
John, thank you. I can't wait to see you guys back in London. I'll give you a call this week and we'll firm up a few things. I got so many things going on. I'm juggling a lot of balls right now. I have to also admit to everyone, I'm an old-time rock and roller, and I got a chance to see one of my legendary hard rock bands at Gillette Stadium in the rain last night, AC/DC. And so, I'm burning the candle at both ends here, running down to see a concert, which kind of rained on us the whole time, but it was really unbelievable. At 70 years old, this guy is as big and amazing an athlete as anybody for the performance and the physical output of energy he does.